your first time in the room with me, my name is Melody. I'm the founder of the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time, and I'm so thankful to be here with you. I got a little feedback, so I'm just stopping for a hot moment to fix that. But while I'm fixing this, everyone, again, thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate your presence and I appreciate your time. I am the founder of the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. And again, my name is Melody. When we come together to share, to care, to let others know that we are here for one another. And on tonight, I just really want you to focus on the power of you. And what I've realized over the past couple of weeks with working with others in programs and outside of programs, that there's been a heavy weight that we all have been carrying. But on tonight, I want you to take a moment and realize that you don't have to carry the weight that you have been carrying. That if you have ran across a situation and you've been unhappy with it, you don't have to stay there. That in turn becomes resentment. And as an early childhood educator and a child care provider, if we're going to continue to serve children and families to the best of our ability, we can't harbor any emotions towards anybody or any situation that we have been in. So I want you guys to just hang out with me for a moment. But before we get started, before we get done with anything, you know exactly what I am going to do. I'm going to sing to you because you are a part of me and I'm a part of you. And it's always melody in my heart. Okay. So our song is the same song that we sing every day, every time that we come together. And I'm going to give you the lyrics if this is your first time meeting me. And if this is not your first time, I want you to sing it. I want you to get it in your heart. Because listen, I only got a few minutes, but I want to encourage you to continue to progress in what you're doing as an early childhood educator because you're needed. We're needed. Our children, our families, our communities need us, and especially we need one another. Now, when I sing this song to you, I want you to change and get into your mindset that it is not what has happened to you or what you're going through that makes the difference, but how you handle that situation. And when we welcome children into the circle in the classroom, we want them to release some of that stress or whatever they had going on, even when we want them to put up the toys so that they can pay attention. And so this is with that same concept. I want to sing to you while you're going home, while you're doing the dishes, getting ready for the children, because I need your mindset to change on how you handle situations because you're in a greater season. But everything will happen for you if you do not intend it with your actions. Okay? So it's hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. All right? You ready? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now, we're singing that so that we can put in our heart and in our minds that everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be just fine. Now, my baby is calling me. So while you are sitting here with me, I'm going to give and play one of our videos of our friends, and then you and I'll be back to start over again. Okay? Let me come on up.
iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Hands-on, one-on-one, and I enjoyed the tours.
Phenomenal.
Very knowledgeable.
The information was impactful.
Turn a child care center into a child care empire.
Our first stop is going to be the in-home center, and in the in-home center, I want you guys to just see the journey, and I'm going to, when we get there, we're going to talk about how I chose that location.
$1 million building.
This is LJ Henderson, the gem of STEM. I'm just a girl educating the multitudes. It's about the necessity of early exposure of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics for 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. Today, we had our ribbon cutting celebration to celebrate 1 year in business at the Little STEM Academy, and it's also our product launch. So we're taking STEM to homes and to schools throughout the country. We have 4 lab kits available. We have human anatomy, chemical reaction, frog dissection, and of course, mathematics. All of those can be found on our website at littlestemacademy.com. Just click on lab kits. And if you want to bring STEM home for Christmas, you can also click that same link. And if you would like for the Little STEM Academy, me or some of my teammates to actually come to your school and play with your kids and do experiments, we have opportunities for that as well. So just reach out to us. You can call us at 1-800-495-STEM. Again, that's 1-800-STEM. Another way of saying that is 7836. Thank you so much for helping me take this education thing to the next level with STEM.
Hi, I'm Mrs. E. Welcome to the EQ Kids crew. As a first grade teacher, I see the importance of kids knowing their emotions on a daily basis. Children can be very emotional and have a strong emotional response to things they see, hear, or do, and they might not know what to do with those big feelings. This can lead to tantrums, hitting, bullying, and a whole host of other problem behaviors. That's why it's important for adults to have a good understanding of their child's emotional needs and how to help them respond in healthy and safe ways. What's even more important is how adults model managing their emotions for their kids. With the EQ Kids crew, the social emotional card game for kids, adults and children will get to learn more about themselves and each other's emotions. Don't worry, emotions can be fun. I can't wait to introduce you to my class. They love our special EQ time and helping other kids learn about their emotions too. Oh, it's time for class! Stick around for the next video to learn how to play the game, the EQ Kids Crew, the social emotional card game for kids.
Mark your calendars and join MCCA in Austin, Texas, April 2024. We can't wait to see you there.
Hey, everybody. Listen. Woo. That was something. I'm so thankful for technology. I'm so thankful for, as a matter of fact, let me minimize this part because this is what we're going to talk about, the power of you. I want you to realize and recognize that this is your season of, especially as an early childhood educator. This is our season. This is the time that we need to continue to move forward to do exactly what it is that we need to do in order for the betterment of children, families, and the communities that we serve. But I want us to take a moment out to really look at the work that we're doing on the inside of us that's reflecting upon the outside of us. Wait a minute, honey, I felt like I was going to church. Now listen, I know some of you might be at church, and that is well. Hey, my friend. Hey, my friend. But I almost felt like I was going to church. It's something that we got to continue to work on the inside of us so that the outside of us is in alignment, especially the world that we are creating for the children, the families, and the communities in which we serve. And I'm going to step back off of this stand because I get so happy. I get to tapping my foot, and the camera gets to shaking, and I get so happy, and I get to tapping my foot just thinking about all of the things that we as early childhood educators are able to do, and that will positively affect the children, the families, and the communities in which we serve. However, the children, the families, and the communities in which we serve sometimes are not getting the best of us. And they're not getting the best of us because when I say us, I'm also talking about me. Okay. I'm talking about me when I say us. And I'm talking about not only from a past tense, but I'm sharing with you on what I see as an early childhood educator, because in my heart, what I believe and what I know that I'm called to do in this season of my life is to ensure that you, regardless of your position that you serve in this industry, but as you, as an early childhood educator, feel led and feel uplifted to continue to do better. And so, what I want to share with us on this evening is coming from a place of love, and it's coming from the best that I know how to give to you. So, every time that you're talking to me, more than likely, you're going to hear something along the lines of national accreditation. Those two words are going to fall into whatever I say, whatever we're talking about. And the reason that it's going to always fall into that is because as an industry, as a collective body, from city to city, from state to state, there is no one standard that sometimes we all are looking at when we're serving children and families. We do have a code of ethic that we all share. Many of us, and those of you who don't share, I'm going to share it with you now. I want to tell you about it. And as an industry, we often look to and veer to the NACI Code of Ethics. NACI stands for the National, excuse me one moment, the National Early Childhood Association for the Education of Young Children. Excuse me one moment, something popping up on the screen. And so, as a general, with a code of ethics, we look at that. We look at the NACI Code of Ethics. So we begin to position ourselves in alignment as a collective body of these are some of the truths that we believe. Come on, these are some of the things that we as a collective body see that are important and that guide the work that we do when we're serving children. But one thing that we cannot negate is understanding you, I, and me, those experiences that we've had to get us to this point. We have to look at moving past any and every situation that is holding you back. Because when you're in the presence of serving children and families, they are bringing our children, they're bringing them to you, all of our children, because, the world is a rainbow filled with many colors and all that nice, fluffy stuff that, we sing as early childhood educators. But on the real of everything, when a parent is bringing their child to you, they are bringing their most precious thing or their most precious gift to the world. Our industry is not like another. We are all of us are service-based providers. All of us. When we're serving them, this is not like McDonald's. No shade to McDonald's. This is just the best example that I have to share. But we can't remake a child for a family. This is not Pet Cemetery. I'm telling my age, but this is not Pet Cemetery. We can't bring back a family's child if we don't do the right thing for them. We can't bring them back. Just for a moment. Hey, baby cakes, what's up? Hi.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I'm not to be.
What's up?
I came to ask.
Uh-huh.
Wait, how long were we gone?
Not long enough.
What? Rude. That was rude.
I'm sorry. Oh my baby, I missed you. Oh my goodness, you were just gone a whole 15 minutes. And yes, my gosh. And now you're back. Now what's up?
I had a question.
Okay.
Could I have my cinnamon roll?
Okay. What is the first thing that you have to do in order to have that?
Eat a fruit.
Oh man, girl, you're so smart.
I already had a fruit too.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry. So please go get another fruit and some water, and then we'll talk about it.
Seriously, I had an orange.
I know.
But you asked that, so
and I missed it. I'm so sorry.
You just saw me have the orange.
No, I didn't. You're right. I did not see you have an orange. But if you have a sun-kissed kiwi or another orange, that would be just fine. Okay?
Brady wants to say hi.
Okay, let him say hi.
Oh, hi. 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 Hi.
Girl, hi, baby case. Okay. So we already have a plan. We have a deal. What's up? What do we do next?
After we do our deal, we get in the bath and go to bed. I don't want to be late for school.
No, you don't want to be late for school. The school is important. You're doing a lot of work at school.
I hate being tired in the morning when I have to go to school.
Oh, no, that's not good. What you going to do about it?
Sleep early. What time is it?
I don't know.
What time is it?
What time do you think?
8.
Might be.
Let's see.
Let's see.
8:08. 8:08.
Let me see.
I eat a fruit.
All right.
And after I eat the fruit, I get a cinnamon roll.
I'm still thinking about that cinnamon roll because it's late and it's a lot of
Mom,
sugar, and you're about to go to bed. And so I want you to have
Mom,
some
I'm
good
not gonna
energy.
be crazy.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna be crazy if I have it. Oh, what is?
Okay. Thank you.
Come here.
No, stop. No, ma'am.
Rub your lips together.
Mm. Is that better?
No.
More.
A little on the top and the bottom, and a little bit right here, and a little bit right here. Like your lip, like your upper lip, like the lip at the bottom. Now rub. Now that's good. Yes. Bonito.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what bonito means. I just made that word up.
Okay. Well, you can make up a definition for it.
The definition is fabulous.
Okay.
Bonito. This
All right.
is bonito.
Okay.
It's bonito.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, Mom, I'm not going to be crazy if I have a cinnamon roll.
Okay. Well, see, at this moment, you've asked me about it 3 times, and each time, what have I said? Okay. So, what has been consistent?
Eat a fruit, and then can I have? No.
Thank you. Thank you for doing the right thing. I appreciate you. Hmm? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. We're still on camera. We were. Thank you. Bye. Wow. So, yeah, I want us to be able to focus on exactly what it is that we're doing. Because if we allow any resentment that we're holding on, if you felt that somebody's did you a certain type of way, it's going to stop you from growing as a professional. And as a professional, I'm going to tell you the absolute truth. What I'm seeing out in the industry, even with programs that are working on becoming nationally accredited, this pandemic has done a number. Oh, baby. This pandemic has done a number on the children, their social emotional skill set. It has done a number on that. It has done a number on the workforce development, the caliber of people that we bring in, the work that we're doing with those people. It has done a number. And the only way for us to get ahead of the bell curve, because there are more children that are needing social services. And I'm not just talking about from a socioeconomic stance where mom or dad don't have enough money and they're needing to have childcare subsidy. I'm also speaking of coming from a position of mental health, emotional health, disability, all of that. And right now, coming off the helms of this COVID pandemic and what may seem to be another upcoming situation, if you and I, as an early childhood educator and a child care provider, are not in position to serve because we're holding on things that are hindering us, our children are going to suffer even more. I know that sometimes we want to focus on me, 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 me. How can they serve me? I'm not getting paid enough. We have a lot of complaints. And just righteously, we can have those complaints. That is what having resentment is. Resentment is having that indignation of somebody owes me something. Or I don't like the way that I was treated. This was unfair. You got to give me back what I'm missing. That's the underlying definition that I can give for you for resentment. But we're at the point to where if you're feeling that someone owes you something, there's a level of freedom that you have and the level of freedom that you should choose in order to emancipate yourself. Because if we hold on to shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or somebody owes me, or somebody didn't do right for me, and that's the attitude that you have, it spills over into the classroom. It spills over into the way that we communicate with the children. It spills over to the way that we communicate in our tolerance levels with parents. It affects everything. And as early childhood educators, especially for those of you who are in the classroom, there's a certain level of selflessness that we have to begin to have. I know you can, just about every state, all of your states have some type of level of training and or management system. There's an educational management system. Of course, you can register for school. You can do more of that and take more early childhood classes and all of the rest of that. Get a CDA, a TCC, a diploma, associates, a bachelor's, a master's, 15 PhDs, and an honorary. You can get all of that. But if you do not check yourself and check your heart in the service that you do, more children are going to be lost. More families are not going to be served. And so I want to encourage you, and we're going to go through a few slides. I want to encourage you to tap in not only to yourself, but to your own level of consciousness that say that I'm supposed to be an early childhood educator. Because at the end of the day, think about it, there is nothing else that you would rather do. We are service providers. We are not the food service industry. Something happens to that child in your care, you cannot remake another child. And let me be honest with you, my children worked the nerve that I didn't even know I had. When I thought I had all my nerves was gone, they had my last one. Because of my body, the synapses in my brain, they just all worked together, and it was another one. And as much as they may work that last one and find a nerve to get up under and around it, they still mine. Families bring children to us, and we spend a lot of time with them. We are the next best thing since sliced bread. But sometimes we come into the facilities and we do not feel that about ourselves. We do not exert that in the way that we talk with one another. We do not exert that in the way that we even speak with the children. Like right now, and a few minutes ago, my daughter knows exactly what I'm doing and all of that. But yet, it's still the time she interrupted. So there was a need or something that needed to be ascertained, something that she needed. And yes, as an adult, I want to keep it moving, but I have to make sure that I'm still yet taking care of everybody and myself. Come on in. Yes, we have another guest. What's up? Come say hi. You want to read the comments?
This comment is from a lot. Most of them are from
Let's start on
Donna Farmer.
That was
First,
excuse you, you don't know that? Do you know them? What's the best way to salute them? Miss or Mrs.?
Mrs. Donna.
And what did she say?
She said,
This right
hello,
here?
Miss Melody. The
Okay.
next one was from Miss Donna.
She
said Wendy Thomas.
Yeah, she tagged Wendy, Miss Wendy Thomas, to come in here. Then she tagged Miss Tierra Dawson. She tagged Miss Marissa. She tagged Miss Amani Bree, and she sent us some ribbons. Then Mr. Willie tagged Miss Melissa. Something I said, he said, boom, it was on point, and he gave me the strong arm. he tagged Mr. Cedric Scott. I think I know who Mr. Cedric Scott is off the top of my head, but I'm unsure. Then what does this say?
And this one said, "You better preach that." And the next one is, "You can't make another one."
That's
I
right.
bet we can.
When I said that you can't make another one, I said that because of the work that we do as early childhood educators. If something happened to you at that school, what would I do? But this camera.
You would come in here.
I was what?
You would come in.
Yeah, come on, tell the people.
You would. My mama would come in.
Okay. So do you think they need to see me come in? Would you want that for them? Would everybody be safe if I came in as because something happened to you? Do you think everybody would be safe?
They would go on lockdown.
Why would they go on lockdown?
Because there's an angry parent. But a few weeks ago, there was an angry parent who came in the building.
Why are you telling the people this?
There was an angry parent who came in the building, and we had to go on lockdown. So then nobody would get her from the angry parent.
Why was she angry? Do you know?
No, but I think the child did something wrong.
You think the child did something wrong? Mm-hmm. Okay. So when I said that, and when Miss Patrice said that you can't make another one, I was referencing children. You know how we used to go to the child care center every day, and you saw me every day? Well, there are a lot of children who parents, they don't get to see like that every day. You know how you be around me 24/7?
Yes.
Like when you wake up, I'm there. When you go to sleep, I'm still there?
Yes.
Okay, not everybody gets to have their parent like that. And so when their parents take them to the child care center, they are expecting what? When I take you to the school, what am I expecting?
Good expectations. Like core and C is for civility, O is for order, R is for respect, and E is for excellence.
Right. But what am I expecting the teachers to do for you while you're not with me?
Core.
No. Well, yes, core. But are they to keep you safe? And what else?
Why do you have a bandage on your thumb?
Because I cut my finger by accident. Oh, thank you. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. But I cut my finger by accident. But when you're not with me, what am I expecting adults to do for you?
Take care of you.
Okay. So if at the child care center, they're not watching the children, they're not engaged, and something happens to them, what do you think a parent would be like?
Angry.
Right. And so I'm talking to them for them to understand that as early childhood educators, we have to make sure that we keep you as a priority while we are caring for you. Because can they make another juju? Why?
There's only one and only juju.
Wow. Oh, girl.
Only one juju.
Only one
juju.
If I
had a twin, that would count.
No,
but there's only one juju.
But it's only one juju. So as parents, even though I don't really know the people at the school like that, I've gotten the opportunity to know them. Would I come up to that school and act up if I had to? Baby.
There's a few teachers I know.
Okay, don't.
Can I please say?
Not all of that.
There's only 4.
It's
quick. Please.
Mind you, don't be kind. Be respectful. Be respectful.
Oh, please. I just wanted to tell them about the teachers I knew.
Okay, but I want you to also be respectful. If I have to say that again, then that means that you're not ready to listen and you need to go to another place. Right? Who was here first? So Did I invite you into my space or did you interrupt my space initially?
Interrupt your space, and I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to be sorry because even after you interrupted it, I allowed you to come into my space. So then that means that if you came into my space, what should you be? How should you behave?
Quiet and listening.
And what else? What does R stand for in core?
Respect.
Okay, and so I asked you to be respectful of who?
Other people.
Girl, oh my God, give me some. Oh. Go ahead. You good. You good. Are you done with reading the comments?
Not yet, just one.
Okay.
Just 4 more.
Okay.
Number 4 is the same person, Miss Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes, Miss Donna.
Okay. We need a class like this for owners and directors. You have a training restricting for them?
Yes. I get what you, Miss Donna.
What does Miss Patrice McDonald mean by you have against the load?
LOL.
Yeah.
I'm not pointing no elbows or saying no names, but it's somebody that's in this space.
I'm not here. You can't see me. I'm
Good.
not here. I'm a ghost.
Okay, come on. Come on.
And this is Miss Daphne, who's just said, hey, with 2 Y's. And so did Miss Patrice McDonald.
And
Mr. Willie Whittaker.
Jude.
I can't say the right
Whittaker.
name, the last name. Huh?
Of Whittaker.
And Miss Donna said, I love it. Asha Mac said, hi, Journey. I don't remember if I saw her before.
Oh. So
I'm not a good remember.
But look at her. Look at that face. Real good. I know you know that beautiful chocolate face. Miss Mac. You remember Miss Mac? I know you knew.
I don't remember the last time we saw her, but I remember.
You remember her? What do you remember about her?
She is kind.
Oh yeah, you were her juju. And
what she mean by no?
When I asked you if something happened to you at a center, at the center or at a school, do you think that they would be safe? And so her response would be, what? No, ma'am,
they would not be safe.
They would not be safe if anything happened to you. And so she said,
respect is R for core. And then she said, okay, Mom, again. And she said, babe, now. And she said, smiles. And Miss Donna said, have a great night. I have to go. I'll be trying and supporting you. Your daughter is amazing. 4 ribbons. Thank you. I have another sister, so you don't only have to say that to me.
It's all good, baby. And so Miss Mac is on right now.
She said, aw.
Yes. Now, yourself to do what you need to do.
And
that's everybody. That's everybody. And so I'm going to spend 3 more minutes. You can go ahead and wash your hands and get your food prepared, and I'll be down there in a moment. Put it down. Thank you. Be respectful. I love you. Be down in a moment. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen, we didn't have a whole family show. But what I will, and Miss Mac, that was your baby. That's that juju. Ooh-wee, she know what to do. Okay, so y'all, getting back into it, one of the things that we need to do, and I'm going to come back and we'll try this thing again tomorrow to finish up because baby, you see her, little Melly Yellow. That's little Melly Yellow right there. That's me all day. That's me all day. But I want y'all to focus on emancipating yourself. I want you to also look at, and I already gave a disclaimer. You know, we went on a tangent, but as an early childhood educator, baby, I can bring you back. And so, for those of you who are just joining us, or just came in the time that I was speaking with my daughter, the reason why I am sharing this is because, as in the early childhood education and child care industry, the only standard that we kind of hold ourselves to is a NACI code of ethics. And when I say that, that is because that is held across the board. NACI code of ethics is held across the board. And we know that NACI is the leader, started with the accreditation processes. But what you're seeing right here is what many of the programs that I've worked with, that I've served with, they have become and or use the NECPA program, which is a National Early Childhood Program accreditation. This particular accreditation body was created by owners for owners. So, we're not going to get into that conversation, but I can have that conversation. And, I will have that conversation. But for the purposes of our time together today, when I'm speaking about the power of you, I share this with your staff, especially if you're a child care owner. I work with owners who are looking to increase the enrollment in their program, looking to increase their standards, but want to do it in a way that is efficient, effortlessly, and expedient. And so when you work with ECE Circle Time, we come in and take what is a 2 to 3 year process, and that can happen anywhere from 30 days. Maybe I got receipts from 30 days, anywhere to 6 months or a year, but that really just depends on what's going on. National accreditation is a continuum. Success likes speed. And baby, I like to go fast. Come on, let's go. I don't have enough time. If I'm to live to 100 years, I'm almost at the halfway mark. And I'm rediscovering myself every day. And I'm rediscovering those things that I like and those things that I pushed aside, and serving and helping others to increase the quality of their program by also earning a national accreditation certification is something that I enjoy. And so when we look at this entire circle, I want us to consider, just briefly, all the way around here, and in regards to national accreditation and the power of you as you're showing up as an early childhood educator, 65% of what the NECPA standards are revolve around that of the person that's in the classroom, that's serving the children, the families, and the ones that have a direct interaction with the community. Let me say that again. Out of this particular accreditation body, 65% of what the standards that they're looking at revolves around the teacher, the classroom educator. Yellow part, you see I apologize, the orange part, you see staff qualifications. Those qualifications not only include credentials, high school, GED, technical certificate of credit, anything higher all the way up, but those staff qualifications also include training, a certain level of hours that need to happen every year. Not only that, also around the things that they may train about. Another 32% still revolves around that educator, which talks about supervision, how they're looking, and how they are caring for the children. Because my baby and I already told you, and Miss Matt has already told you today, let something happen to mine. Baby, as professional as I am, when I get quiet, you better pray. And we know in this industry, we're service providers, but we are not food service. You can't mess up a child like a hamburger and say, "Oh, okay, my bad. Let me make you another Juju." Juju works my nerves that I didn't even know I had, but she's still mine. So that supervision and what we do in the classroom and how we're caring for them and how we know that they're there, That's important. But we can't do that and serve effectively and be present for the children if we aren't taking care of our star player, and that's us. That's you as the educator. If you're not taking care of you, none of this is going to matter. It involves that teacher when we look at the ongoing child assessment. That ongoing child assessment also deals with the teacher making an effective plan for the kid. Come on, somebody. You don't have to be all head over heels and Mary Poppins. What you do needs to also be effective. And that 32% also includes teacher child interaction. If you're not okay with you, then you can't be okay with serving children. You're gonna have an attitude, you're gonna be upset when a baby cries, even when your day go in disarray. My children knew exactly what I was doing. But one, as an educator and also a mother, I know that my interaction with my child shapes her trajectory and affects the relationships that she has with others. And this is why, as early childhood educators, understanding and having a level of social emotional intelligence is also very important. Yes, 22% in the green part is also about your curriculum and your developmental program. But we cannot forget the basis in the underlying truth, just as with Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we need one another. She needed to be affirmed. She wanted to be a part. Technically speaking, even though this is something that's on my heart and that I want to share and that I'm going to continue to share with you, and we're going to go through the slides and we're going to talk about this later as we continue on, whenever it comes, she still come first. So I have to stop what I'm doing because guess what? The internet gonna still always be interneting. Y'all still gonna be here. If, as the old folks say, the creek don't rise and the water don't fall, whatever they say, if whatever they say don't happen, I'm gonna see you tomorrow on Beyonce's internet. I will see you tomorrow on Beyonce's internet. And but so that I'm saying that to say that even in the classroom, stop trying to rush and close down the centers. Your building don't close at 6:30. There's no reason why children still aren't able to touch other activities and toys and play. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why they can't do it is because you don't have an effective management system in your classroom. So it's the power of you. But if you're trying to rush and get home or rush and do other things, then you're going to forget the reason why we are there. And the reason why we're here is to serve the children and the families. So before the next time, because it's almost time for the kids going to go to bed, I thought they was going to get them. They going to give me a moment. But all things work together. All is well. When we come back together, we're gonna chit chat for a minute. But one of the things I really want you to be thinking over until our next time together is, who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you outside of the classroom? Who are you in relation to your colleague? Who are you in relation to the children? But who are you to you? Next thing I want you to begin to be thinking about is, are you connecting with the power that's within you? Are you being resentful? Are you still going to work mad because of something that happened? You have over 84,000 seconds in a day. Giving that baby, even though I got a time schedule, I got a lesson plan, something I'm trying to keep, I want to get it done. Giving her 1,000 seconds. Out of the 84,000, Some of you will end up fussing and being frustrated with children in the classroom, and you always have issues, and you begin to label children. Because y'all on my platform, I'm gonna say how I want to say it. You begin to label children. Half the time, it ain't the children, it's you. It is you. It is you still thinking about the stuff that you can't control instead of stopping and realizing that you, my dear, my brother, my sister, are a blessing. And you have the opportunity. Those bills still gonna be billing after work. Everything is still gonna happen. But that time and space that you have with children, there is something that is within you that needs to be given to the children that you are serving. Stop for a second. Let me pull on over. Come on, Miss Patricia. I've been saying this to my staff the past few days. Be present in that moment. Enjoy being with the child. Okay, we got another one that snuck in. What's up? Mm-hmm. Go ahead and take it out, let it unthaw a little bit, and I'll come down. I'll be down in 500 seconds.
Okay, can I choose my clothes?
Yes, go ahead. Okay. Baby Case, go ahead and get your clothes out for tomorrow, please.
Okay.
Catch your breath. Okay. So yes, Mr. Tree's been saying that to that, and you're right. If you don't know who you are, you're not only robbing yourself, but you're mainly robbing the children of that moment. You get so in a rush, you try to close everything down and scoot those children up to the corner of the classroom so at 5:30 they can be sitting at the door with their backpacks on, because you're not celebrating, you're cheating yourself. Come on, that back to Miss Patrice, you're cheating yourself as an educator of that moment, an opportunity to learn better on how to serve that child. The building is not going to close till 6 o'clock. And if your director or your owner is having an issue with that, tell them, talk to me. Because if we don't serve these children during those last or those first 30 minutes, you could have learned better the needs of that child. Sometimes those same children are on the spectrum of either all the way hype all day long, jumping over everything, or they're either quiet the whole day. And you huffing and you puffing because it's 5:45 and all of the other children are gone except for one. Well, guess what? Spend more time with that one child. spend that time with that one child. So are you connecting with the power within you? Bills gonna keep billing. The world gonna keep going. But those precious moments, those pivotal moments that we have with the children, they are not. And then my last question, the thing I really want you to be thinking about is, do you understand the power of the influence that you have? We are some powerful people. Come on, somebody. What's going on, baby? Okay, well, what should you do? Oh man, you get smarter and smarter every day. I know, I sure didn't, because I started doing another activity that you weren't supposed to do. I apologize. I'll be in there to help you. Is that okay? All right. Do you have your clothes out for school? Please do what I asked you to do first. Thank you. So the last question I want you to ask yourself before we come back on another night, because we are going to come back, is do you understand the power of influence that you have? And when you begin to stop and say, okay, I got this. Everything's going to be okay. Let me be in the present moment with the children. Let me help change. Let me listen. Let me provide positive instruction. Let me even listen to my coworker. I see my coworkers having a challenge in the science area. My classroom, we're always doing sink and float activities, science or whatever. That comes to me with ease. Well, if I'm as a coworker, let me help somebody else. And so the power within you starts with recognizing self in every situation. You got to recognize yourself in every situation and be able to take on that. Take on that and recognize where you can be better, where you may have also dropped the ball. Even with my daughter, oh, Mom, mommy, you said you were going to help me earlier. No, I didn't help her earlier. I'm doing everything that I had already asked her to do, and it hadn't gotten done. So I did what was a priority, yet and still doing what was a priority that wasn't communicated to the child. The communication of meeting the expectation and doing exactly what I said for her to do, and then also going back to inspect what I expected of her. And now, because those things, neither one of those things happened, now she's having a challenge with that. So what do I do as the adult? Do I say, okay, suck it up, buttercup? Come on now. Don't do that. You acknowledge their feelings. You acknowledge your wrongdoing. That's even as an educator. Y'all, we got so much to do, so much to unpack, so much to share. I'm just looking forward to sharing it with y'all because, one, I had to get all of this out my head and out my heart. I'm going to be up burning the midnight oil tonight. I have some work and I have some things that I want to get out to not only to my clients, but just other wonderful things that we're sharing within this ECE community. So thank you so much for just indulging me and my baby cakes. Thank you so much. I'm gonna talk with y'all, but I will do better maybe. Thank you, Miss Patrice. I will do better maybe in letting y'all know. Thank you. When I'm going to come back on. But until next time, y'all might catch a reel, you might catch something. But what I do want you to catch is this love. So y'all have a good night. Do your best, and God will handle the rest.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Hands-on, one-on-one, and I enjoyed the tours.
Phenomenal. Very knowledgeable.
The information was impactful.
Turn a child care center into a child care empire.
Our first stop is going to be the in-home center, and in the in-home center, I want you guys to just see the journey, and I'm going to, when we get there, we're going to talk about how I chose that location.
$1 million building.
Woohoo, superstars! We're in the month of August. Teachers, directors, parents, and students, welcome back. I'm Tamika Bryan, founder and CEO of Crescent City Academy and Crescent City Learning Material Curriculum. For the month of August, our theme is back to school. Our letters are Y and Z. Our shape is a square. The numbers that we will focus on in August are 15 through 20. Our color of the month is purple. Our community helper is a librarian. This month, we will build our dramatic play center as a full library. Visit us at www.cclm.shop.
Every early childhood educator and child care provider across the country, we're mandated reporters. That's one thing that national accreditation looks into and want to make sure that we're being a voice for the voiceless. As an early childhood educator, we have to make sure that when we are serving children, we don't just say, oh, I didn't see that, or oh, I didn't know. But we take responsibility and accountability for what we do. Being an amplifier for early childhood education is standing up and saying what is right, even speaking to your colleagues or putting yourself in position to be a leader. You don't have to have a title to be a leader. As I talk about mastering accreditation,